So Trin asked a question earlier. I want to ask if I can apply for Medicare immediately after my 820 applications lodged. Yes, you can. So as soon as you apply for the onshore partner visa, you can contact Medicare. Typically, they'll request evidence of your acknowledgement letter, your bridging visa grant, maybe a copy of your passport, and they will give you interim cover. They'll give you an interim Medicare card because Trin, as she also mentioned in her other question, mentioned that she's pregnant, so she wants to know what she should do. She's also asked, for cultural reasons, we plan to do an engagement soon, but the wedding needs to wait until next year. Because of COVID, it is risky for me to go back to my home country. Will that be okay, or do we need to be married? Currently, we have a registered civil union from 7th of March 2022. Now, my answer to her in relation to that part of her question was that because she's in a civil union, there's no need for her to marry if we're talking about the 12-month rule, if we're concerned about the couple meeting the 12-month requirement. They already have a civil union, that already waives the 12-month rule, so that's ultimately what we're generally concerned about. However, when we're comparing the pros and cons, or the strength of a married couple versus a couple with a civil union, we would always, let's say, place weddings or marriages or married-based applications higher than civil union-based applications because they have arguably on paper a greater commitment to the relationship, which is one of the aspects that the department are assessing. They're going to assess the nature of the couple's commitment to one another, and if you look at, let's say, the weight scale, unofficially, marriages will always hold more weight because they're a larger commitment versus a civil union, technically speaking. So with that in mind, yes, getting married prior to lodgement will always be a stronger based application, but it doesn't mean you must, because as long as you have everything else, if you've got the civil union, then that likely will be sufficient.